everyone, welcome to day 28 of Ethony's 31 Days of Tarot, and today we are sharing our favourite accessories and how we set the mood. For me, it always starts with healing music. And I sit quietly and I breathe. Then I'll bring in some bowls. I always bring in my large crystal bowl. I'll give it a little try for you, but it may be distorted sound-wise because it's a little bit too much for my camera. But let's just give it a little try. I just sit and continue to breathe into that sound. So now I travel up to my reader's table. And here I prepare for my client's arrival. Most of what you'll see here is what I showed you in my ritual video. I always light some incense before the client arrives. I have a candle here which I always light when the client arrives. That candle is to ignite the elements or the energies of the elements: fire, earth, air, water and ether that I have there, represented by a shell, some selenite, a cuttlefish, an eagle and a labradorite crystal. And by the time the client arrives, the incense has completed its journey, but of course you still have the beautiful fragrance there, and it cleanses and cleans the room. And from there, as you know, I shuffle my deck and knock it 3 times. So the client will be sitting there when I do so. And I always put this little mat in front of the client, because when they spread out some cards, it stops them from sticking together. So it just makes the whole thing much easier. So I'll show you. So I will have knocked, shuffled, and then we just spread the cards out like so. It's just a smooth journey. I remove the crystals that I always keep on my wheel. These change regularly. I like to move crystals around, obviously cleanse them, love them, keep them fresh and dust free, but it's just an intuitive thing as to what sits on that wheel. When I say wheel, I made this little cloth. It's actually not my good one. I have a really sort of a dark purple cloth that I take to any shops that I may work in or fairs, and it has gold astrological glyphs on it, so it's far more pleasing to the eye than this one. But this little one I just grabbed. I had this piece of material here, and it's quite thick, and I place it. It's got a little sort of like a not felt, but it has this like a backing on it, and it sticks better than other material to this wheel. What this is actually a Lazy Susan that I never used for food. And because I do a 12-card psychological spread, you're always turning this. And so I thought, haha, brilliant idea, I'll just use the Lazy Susan. This was actually inspired by my teacher, by the way, who actually carved himself out of a large piece of wood a wheel that's certainly bigger than the one I have here, and he even carved all the astrological glyphs into the wood himself. It looks beautiful. So he also carved a place for every card. It fits into like a little casing, if you like, in the wood. It's stunning. So when the client picks cards, they place cards obviously face down on the wheel, whatever way they wish to do it. And then the whole idea is, once the cards are there, when they turn them up, I might turn the wheel in my favour, just so I can, you know, study the cards, have them in close vicinity for me. But then if I want to clarify something with the client, all I need to do is spin it around, and then they have the image face up to their advantage, if you like. So that's why I do use the wheel. I think it helps a great deal. When I use my cloth for fairs, unfortunately, we can't do that. So, you know, something is always upside down to me and to the client. But at home, I have the luxury of using this wheel. Other than that, yes, there are always crystals in the vicinity. There is, as I explained earlier, crystals for myself to hold, for the clients to hold, and just for the room to hold consistently beautiful, well-balanced energy. So I think that's it for, you know, my accessories. Other than that, there are normally a number of decks on the table when I have a client, both tarot and oracle. Depends on who the client is and why they're here. It could be any deck. It's an ongoing process of evolving change, which I love. But as you know from previous videos, I have a few standards that are generally here on the table. But yeah, there will always be decks to accompany the main deck on the wheel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.